Hey, fellow YouTubers, what's going on here? This is Craig S. Smith II with a quick little let's draw on something. Like the title said, Florida State needs to be a little bit better. If anybody watched the Florida State versus Virginia Tech game, they hyped that mag ESPN and everywhere else. I gotta say that game was really a huge letdown. As y'all know, Virginia Tech won 24-3. But what let me down was the fact that it was, Willie Taggart's debut. You get your quarterback passes, you get almost over 400 some, almost close to over 400 yards of total offense. Your quarterback has 300 of that, over 320 and 300 yards, but you only scored 3 points. I mean, that's not good. And really, fans didn't want Deondre Francois to be the starter anyway, because some of the shit that he did against Virginia Tech last year was very reminiscent of what he did against Alabama. Turnovers, then tripping on his own line, being goofy, so to speak. Really, that's not really a good start right now for the Willie Taggart era. I mean, 5 points. 3 points and 5 turnovers, 2 fumbles and three interceptions. I mean, that's not a good start right now for the Florida State Seminoles. So if I were the Seminoles, I'm gonna tell you something. I'd be worried again. Because for some Seminole fans, I'd be real worried again, because I like him and I have a lot of respect for him. But here's a team that's favored to win the ACC again and whatnot, and they're getting ready to let a lot of people down. You see the same mistakes if you look back to when Florida State opened up against Alabama last year. Shit, Deondre Francois, he was making the same mistakes. The fumbling, the interceptions. And he doesn't like, and he, for some reason he don't want to move in the pocket for some reason. If I was Willie Taggart, I wouldn't have started him, named him the starter that quick. Granted, he did have a good first half, because he was damn near perfect. He had like over 100 something yards, 150, 170 some yards for halftime, which is good. Totally see what Taggart is going with the offense, and it's a big change. The Gulf Coast offense is a big change from that strictly by the book. I know y'all seeing my forehead and my waves right now. It's strictly by the book, complex pro style offense that Jimbo Fisher runs, and he's running that down there at Texas A&M. So, granted, Florida State's offense, it looks good, but come on. You almost getting over close to 400 yards of total offense and just scored 3 points. And let's not forget to mention, another thing about Willie Taggart's coaching, and big shout out to Jim McWright. Willie, he can be a little bit too conservative at times, and he didn't show signs of I guess he broke out of that mode, but there was one play in the game that could have put 10 points up. That it really could have been like like a field goal and a touchdown for Florida State, or a 2-score game or 1-score game. There was one play when the wide receiver caught the ball for the touchdown, but then they waved it off, and Willie didn't challenge it. And when you go back and look at that clearly, right then and there was a old boy caught the pass for a touchdown. And when you get to the red zone, like 3 or 5 times, and you don't score, that's not that has to fall on the quarterback. And you can't factor in the rain and shit like that, which is bullshit. Rain has nothing to do. You can't blame Mother Nature for how the game and stuff was going and stuff like that. The bottom line is, Florida State fans, y'all got y'all team allowed Virginia Tech to come to y'all home and whoop y'all ass like that. and that's not good. But Virginia Tech, they're no pushover either. You know, you got to give big props to Virginia Tech defensive coordinator Bud Foster. And I'm gonna say this: I'm not calling somebody out directly on ESPN, but all these little fucking these football commentators and let alone analysts here, you all address Bud Foster in the business or whatnot. I'm gonna knock y'all. I feel like want to punch y'all ass in the mouth. Bud Foster damn near 60 years old. Even though he don't look it, Bud Foster be 60, I think, this year, if not next year. So he's not one of the bright young heads there is in the college game. And talking about he can be a possibly future head coach. Do you get? Hey, you want to when you leave a nice, comfortable position where he's getting Tech to go coach, to go be a head coach somewhere? Hell no. He really don't. He really don't, man. Hold on a sec. Well, I'm tying my shoe while I talk to you guys. Sorry about that. I'm tying my shoe. Fuck it, I'll tie it when I get done. But yeah. But like I was saying, do you honestly think? And again, big shout out to my boy Jimmy McWright, aka Jimmy J Smooth, born and raised in 901. Now he representing 832. Y'all know how he do. Jimmy and I, we were talking about that. Man, Bud Foster almost damn near 60. And he ain't got time to be trying to get a head coaching gig and whatnot. And trying a head coaching job and trying to rebuild a program from scratch. He's comfortable where he's at. He's one of the best damn defensive coordinators ever in the ACC, if not one of the top 10 in the nation and whatever. And he's comfortable where he's at. I'm about sick and tired and all these cats talk, all these dudes from ESPN talking about he's one of the most bright young defensive minds, one of the hottest youngest. Okay, maybe he was one of the hottest young coaches back in 2000 and 2002 when he was like 43, or in the late 90s when Michael Vick was there. So I can see that, but like I said, Bud Foster don't even look like he's pushing 60. Nah, and he'll be 60 this year, if not next year. So, you honestly think Bud Foster got fucking time to go get a coaching gig or something like that? No. So I'm about sick of ESPN about on this shit. But once again, I was over. Yeah, but once again, Florida State gave that, Florida State just threw y'all Seminoles. I'm telling you, Seminole fans, something. Y'all threw Virginia Tech a mulligan. Y'all really did, man. So, I mean, over 400 some yards total offense, and and your Seminoles only score 3 points in football. Come on, y'all gonna have to do better. And I honestly think, in my opinion, Taggart gonna have to start James Blackman, or Justin Blackman, whatever his name is. Enough said. Because if Justin Blackman had started, I think they would have put some more points up on the board. Because Francois was horrible last night. He gave me the benefit of the doubt there about him in that first half. But his ass was just as horrible last night. And I mean horrible. No excuse for last night for Florida State's performance. So hopefully Florida State will get back on the rebound, get on their shit and do what they need to do. And, get back to focus. And Francois need to break out that shit that, hey, you ain't in the Jimbo Fish offense no more. You in the Willie Taggart offense. So with that being said, click the like button and leave your comments on this video. I'll be back later on, probably do a live of myself drawing, or I'll just do it on Facebook. Until then, I'm out.